Addie, it's so great to be here with you today. Addie is a recent graduate of the Liberated Practice program, and I wanted to have her on to talk about her awesome accomplishments. So, Addie, can you go ahead and just kind of tell us a little bit about who you are, who you work with, your practice?
Yeah, so my name's Addie Wieland, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Texas. And I have a fully online private practice where I work with Gen Z and millennials and working through like trauma, complex trauma, everything trauma. Yeah, so that's me.
That's awesome. So, tell us a little bit. You mentioned like your practice is like all online. Can you tell us a little bit about your Like, you have a pretty special situation with your family. Can you say a little bit about that? Like,
Yeah, so we live a little bit of an alternative. I call it like an alternative lifestyle because I don't really know what else to call it. But me and my family, it's my husband and me and two kids, 6 and 3. And we, in the past 4 years, sold all of our stuff, sold our house, and lived in an RV and traveled around the US. And that is where I started my online practice kind of out of necessity because I needed to be mobile and figuring all of that out. It's been a journey for sure with that. And now actually we're looking to, or not looking, we are going international starting in August. So that's super exciting too.
yay, that is so awesome. It's such a cool lifestyle you guys have. And it's close to my heart too, because, it's partially what I do as well. So I love it.
Yeah.
Uh, so tell us a little bit kind of about, sort of like where you were, what marketing stuff you've had in your practice, and sort of how your practice was sort of before we started working together.
Yeah. So before I started working together, like I said, I've been in private practice for about 4 or 5 years now. I started pretty much when we went into therapy. It started part-time, then moved into full-time. I'm also the primary breadwinner. My husband has like jobs here and there, and we have some investments, but the counseling practice is the main moneymaker. So before I met you, I had mostly insurance-based practice with some full fee. I was seeing maybe like 20 to 30-ish. It just depends, kind of.
Yeah. So that's a huge caseload.
Yeah.
Lot you're doing with a family and 20 to 30 clients. Yeah.
Right. So I try to only work Monday through Thursday. So sometimes it would be like 6 clients a day, which is not ideal. I feel like
Yeah.
my
Totally.
ideal is more like 3 or 4 a day.
Yeah. So, what are some of the outcomes or accomplishments that you've had that you're most excited about that are the result of us working together?
Yeah, I feel like the main thing is just more direction. Like before I joined your program, I had taken a lot of different marketing things, like some for free, some paid memberships, soaked in all of like the marketing stuff. I feel like it's so complicated and there's so many different directions that you can go with it. And I had tried a couple of different things, but I don't feel like really anything stuck, or really I just didn't know what I was doing. Like I was almost like throwing spaghetti against the wall. I wasn't really like sure what was working, what wasn't working. What I appreciate about your program is one, just having like really clear direction, being able to walk through it together with other therapists and you like kind of holding my hand and checking my stuff and like giving feedback, real time. I appreciate that. I think the biggest thing for me taking away from the program is my website. So I had a website when I started. I had worked on it really hard on the copy, but didn't really do I did like a little bit of SEO stuff where I paid someone to like do it, but I didn't really see any return for that. And I didn't really know how to keep it up. I'd heard about like blogging, but I was like, I don't need to like do that because that's another thing that I have to do. So I feel like the biggest thing is I'm about to fully finish my website, which I'm so excited and just really knowing like how to make it a good website and how to attract my ideal clients, my copy, SEO, all of that stuff. That's what I feel is the biggest accomplishment from this program because I had been wanting to do that like for a while now. Because again, it's about 5 years old and it needed like some updates, just also because my niche have evolved too. And my old website really reflected that. So I'd been needing to do it for a while, but I just put it off because it's a lot of work. So this program really pushed me into gear to get it done. So I feel like that's a huge accomplishment. I feel like too, just going forward, having more of like a game plan. I'm a very like type A, like checklist, as you know, and just being able to, okay, like this week, because before I would almost like spend all of my time researching how to market, but like not actually marketing. So now I feel like I have a better game plan. Like, okay, this week, these are the marketing tasks that I need to do to kind of like continue keeping my pulse on things and moving the needle. And this is what I need to do for the month or the week or etc. More of a plan than spending all this time researching, than just feeling overwhelmed and then doing like one or two things, then like forgetting, oh shoot, what am I supposed to be doing? Having to like research again. Like I feel like that's going to be really helpful for me too.
And your website, by the way, Whipping just so awesome. And the copy is so awesome. And you are so niche down to speak to your ideal client. Like it really reflect like all the work you have done is really reflected. And I know you did a lot of other work too while you were in the program. And like I remember in week 2, you got a new private pay client and you were reaching back out to old clients and, doing all kinds of cool networking stuff. Like you really kicked your marketing into high gear while you were in the program and put in a lot of work and it shows.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like the networking stuff, I feel like that was really helpful with your program too, because before I didn't really know exactly like a game plan to kind of do that. So having a little bit more direction with that, I really like focusing on that and just be able to like focus on my clients too. That's another thing that I did in the beginning, just kind of like reaching back out to clients that I hadn't seen in a while to help with that. So, yeah, when I started, I had like quite a few empty spots just because a lot of clients had graduated. It's just kind of like how it was. And now I don't think I'm like full, but I definitely almost full. And I just today actually got like three more consults for new clients potentially.
That's so exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the work you have done is paying off. That makes me really happy. And right at a time where a lot of people are feeling like the summer slump, like you are getting clients, which is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I just try to I know mindset is a big part of your program too. And, with mindset, I really try to, because I struggled with this, I think, for a long time, like the whole scarcity mindset of like there's not enough and hustle and I gotta do all these things. But being able to focus on what I can control and do things that I know maybe, yeah, not right away, but long term that are helping me fill my practice with the clients that I want, that helps me stay in, like, more abundance mindset, like, they'll come and I'm doing what I can, right? I'm helping my ideal client find me, easily.
You really are. Through your website, through all the value you are giving to your client and all the SEO stuff. I know you implemented all the keyword research you've done. You've done so many things to be findable by those people. So it's really reflecting and it's really awesome. So yeah, so for anyone on the fence about signing up for the Liberated Practice program and working together, is there anything you would want to say to them or want them to know?
Yeah, I mean, I think like me, a lot of therapists obviously wanna save me, which I totally understand and try to, like, do, like, DIY it. I mean, I know I did for a long time, but I would just say that, it can be a big investment that you are investing in the future of your practice, which that's kind of priceless in my mind. And the knowledge, you'll have forever. And like, obviously, this website that I'm creating, like, of course, I'll update it now. And now I know how to do that better, but like, it'll kind of last forever, So I feel like for me, it's been totally worth it. And just the time kind of wasted DIYing it, like I was saying earlier, just researching like how to market instead of actually implementing these marketing strategies is also kind of wasted time. And, time is money sort of thing in our profession. So I would just say that do it. Although you might be nervous about it, I think it's a really good investment in your time and in the future of your practice.
That is awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's great. It was so great having you in the program, Addie. And you have made so many accomplishments that you should be really, really proud of. Thank you.
Probably, yes, you're welcome.